sitting on the phone call for literally like something I did not do. Like and it goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail. They're suing me for something I didn't do. Like, on God, it's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money for no reason. And I'm like, it just pisses me the fuck off. And then
Jake Paul cried for days after Mike Tyson lost his temper on him. Seriously, Jake's been trying to find a way out of the mess Tyson's thrown him into, but there's no escape now. Jake's decision to cancel the fight with Tyson and pick Mike Perry instead really pissed off the heavyweight champ. Tyson didn't just get mad. He filed a lawsuit against Jake for not taking things seriously. And to top it off, Tyson gave Jake two brutal options: either fight under some crushing new rules or pay a fine that's pretty much impossible. Yeah, in the previous video, this was the money he was talking about. And you can't really blame Tyson for going all out. I mean, Jake Paul canceling his fight with Mike Tyson came out of nowhere and left everyone, including Tyson, in total shock. 1 minute we're hyped for an epic showdown, and the next, it's all crumbling. Naturally, this sudden move sparked a frenzy of speculation. Was Jake scared to face the legend himself? Was he just not ready for such a huge challenge? Some insiders even hinted it was all part of a bigger strategy. Whatever the reason, the cancellation sent shockwaves through the sport. Mike Tyson just leaked a shocking reaction to Jake Paul's desperate plea for forgiveness, and it's pretty wild. Imagine the biggest trash talker in boxing history begging for mercy on screen. Crazy, right? But don't feel too sorry for him just yet. Jake was up to some serious cheating for the fight that was supposed to happen on July 20th. Now it's pushed to September 15th, and Jake tried to cancel it altogether. Not because he's scared of Tyson, but because he knows he is going to get caught in his dirty tricks pretty soon. Tyson's furious about this whole forgiveness act, and honestly, who can blame him? Half the world still doesn't know why Jake's asking for forgiveness, because they're used to seeing him all bold and trash-talking. Some folks are even feeling sorry for him, but those innocent souls have no idea what Jake's been up to. Behind his crocodile tears lies a vicious scheme. Jake's been exposed for so much cheating lately, and the evidence is stacking up. That's why he's pulling this forgiveness stunt.
yes, so much. Sorry, I'm getting like a little teary-eyed. But
Jake Paul's reputation took a nosedive when news broke about his alleged bribery scandal involving referees. This scandal has rocked the boxing world, revealing Jake's plan to rig his matches. According to sources close to the investigation, Jake tried to pay off referees to get favorable calls during his fights. So, what's bribing a referee all about? It's when someone offers money or incentives to a referee to sway their decisions during a match. The aim is to rig the match to benefit the person offering the bribe, which totally undermines the sport's integrity. And can you believe Jake's behavior just a bit before he wasn't exposed? Look how perfectly someone can lie.
This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent, regardless of age.
If these actions are proven true, they seriously tarnish the sport's reputation and betray the trust of fans and athletes who expect fair play. Boxing has strict rules against bribery, and the penalties are severe. Fighters caught bribing referees face suspensions, hefty fines, and even lifetime bans. Any titles or victories gained through such dishonest means could be stripped away, further damaging their career.
good, I have thick skin, but it's just like so annoying. It's like, why am I giving, like, not only did I spend like my time, my effort, my energy, my mom is like
always on,
spending hours of her day when she's retired. Like, she should be she's in Hawaii on a fucking lawsuit phone call, and they're like, yo, your son has to pay this. Like, it just like.
The allegations against Jake Paul are particularly damaging because his rise in boxing has always been controversial. His critics have long questioned his legitimacy as a boxer, and this scandal only adds fuel to that fire. For Jake, the fallout could be catastrophic, potentially ending his career and forever tainting his legacy. For Jake Paul, the road ahead looks rough as he faces the fallout from his actions and tries to rebuild his reputation amidst the growing scandal. It's going to be a tough climb back if he even makes it at all. But Jake's cheating didn't stop there. Instead, it goes way deeper than anyone could have imagined. The latest bombshell to drop is his steroid addiction, which has totally nuked whatever little respect he had left among young boxers. This dark secret, now out in the open, reveals a fighter who's been relying on performance-enhancing drugs to keep his edge. The whole thing blew up when UFC President Dana White publicly accused Jake of juicing during an interview in January 2022.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
Then, to add fuel to the fire, popular fitness YouTuber Kenny KO jumped in. He dissected Jake's sudden and significant muscle gains in several videos, pointing out the telltale signs of steroid use, like rapid muscle growth and crazy vascularity. Despite these accusations, there was no hard evidence at the time, and Jake shot back, calling the claims baseless and a smear campaign.
Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement, mainly because, as you heard me mention, I know a lot of the people he trains with, and I have heard things.
But the plot thickened when Jake's steroid test results came back positive. Conducted by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA, the test in April 2024 revealed anabolic steroids in his system. The suspicions were confirmed, leaving no room for Jake to wiggle out. The test results were clear as day, showing that Jake had indeed been using performance-enhancing drugs. The fallout from this revelation is massive. For Jake Paul, a positive steroid test means a potential suspension from boxing, stripping of any titles won while using steroids, and a serious hit to his public image. And it's not just his career that's at risk, Jake's health is on the line too. Anabolic steroids can mess you up big time, causing liver damage, heart issues, and hormonal imbalances. Long-term use can lead to severe health problems, and Jake's reliance on these drugs hints at a troubling addiction that could have lasting impacts on his health.
Ever since I moved up to the heavyweight division, Tyson Fury been real quiet. Tyson Fury, where the fuck you at, pussy? Boom!
If it turns out he was juicing in previous fights, those results could be nullified, further trashing his career and legacy. This scandal also wrecks Jake's marketability and future prospects in both entertainment and sports. Jake's brand, built on his persona as a fearless and dedicated fighter, is now tainted. Rebuilding his image is going to be a Herculean task, requiring genuine remorse and major efforts to win back public trust. And when news and interviews about these scandals got too hot for Jake to handle, he decided to bail out entirely. The cancellation of Jake Paul's highly anticipated fight with Mike Tyson has become one of the most talked about controversies in recent boxing history. This fight was supposed to be monumental, with Jake Paul's youthful exuberance going up against Mike Tyson's legendary experience. But then, out of nowhere, the fight was called off. And now we're finally getting the inside scoop on why. According to insiders, Jake Paul canceled the fight because he was terrified of facing Tyson in the ring. This bombshell came to light when a leaked audio recording surfaced, featuring Jake admitting his fear of Tyson. In the audio, you can hear Jake expressing his worries about being outmatched and outclassed by the former heavyweight champ. He wasn't just scared of losing, he was scared of getting seriously hurt by Tyson's still formidable power. This leaked audio, released in June 2024, captured a raw conversation between Jake and his team. In it, Jake straight up says, "I can't stand up to Tyson. The man's a beast, and I'm not ready to get knocked out by him." In a surprising twist, Jake announced he'd be fighting Mike Perry instead of Tyson. This move raised eyebrows all over the boxing world. While Perry is a respected fighter, he's no Mike Tyson. The switch looked like a strategic dodge, avoiding the massive challenge that Tyson posed. Perry was caught off guard, telling ESPN on June 25, 2024, "I was ready for whoever, but getting the call to fight Jake was a shock. I guess he wanted a different kind of challenge." The cancellation and the fight with Perry only fueled speculation about Jake's true motives and readiness. Critics were quick to say Jake was more focused on protecting his career and image than taking on a real test in the ring. The leaked audio added fuel to this fire, painting Jake as a fighter who, despite all his bravado, was scared of taking a genuine risk against Tyson. In response to the backlash and leaked audio, Jake tried to downplay everything. In a TMZ interview on June 27, 2024, he said, "Look, things happen in boxing. Fights get canceled for all sorts of reasons. I respect Mike Tyson a lot, but sometimes decisions have to be made for the right reasons." But this didn't really help his case. Mike Tyson, on the other hand, handled the situation with his usual grace and toughness. Even though the fight got canceled, Tyson kept training and stayed in top shape. In a statement, Tyson said, "I was ready to fight and I still am. It's unfortunate things didn't work out, but that's the nature of the sport. I respect Jake's decision and wish him the best in his career. In a surprising turn of events, Jake opened up on his brother Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, about how this fame chasing has taken a toll on him. The episode, released on June 30th, 2024, showed a different side of Jake. He was visibly emotional, even breaking down in tears as he talked about his recent controversies. The podcast, usually full of lighthearted banter and celebrity gossip, took a serious turn as Jake admitted to making some terrible choices in his pursuit of fame.
Yeah, and then I wake up the next day and like have a phone call like with my lawyers for one of the lawsuits, and I knew that it was gonna be like a big L. And it, like, I'm just sitting on the phone call for literally like.
The recent incidents have not only wrecked Jake's public image, but also earned him a different kind of fame, one tainted by scandal and mistrust. The leaked audio where he admitted his fear of fighting Mike Tyson, the positive steroid test, and the bribery scandal have painted him as someone willing to compromise integrity for headlines. This has sparked widespread criticism from fans, fellow athletes, and the media. The podcast episode has since gone viral, with clips of Jake's tearful confession being widely shared on social media. This moment of vulnerability has generated mixed reactions. Some fans have shown sympathy and support, while others remain skeptical, viewing his tears as a ploy for sympathy amid the backlash. Whether Jake's remorse is genuine or not is up for debate, but what's undeniable is that he's currently experiencing the darker side of fame.
Sitting on the phone call for literally like something I did not do. Like it's and it goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail for literally like fucking.
Jake's quest for headlines has always been evident in his approach to boxing. His call-outs of high-profile fighters, dramatic pre-fight antics, and controversial statements are all part of a calculated effort to stay in the public eye. This strategy has kept him relevant but also made him a target for scrutiny and criticism. The fallout from his recent scandals is proof of the double-edged sword that is fame.